or the carry-all? Which were you interested in? Let's chat. Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Kenesha. Welcome back to my channel. Louis Vuitton has the new bag, the carry-all, coming out, and if you are interested in the carry-all versus the carry-it, not to be confused with the carry-it, I want to talk a little bit about the difference that I see between the carry-it and the carry-all. And if you're interested in that information, then stay tuned. I hope you like and subscribe. So the first thing I want to talk about is the carry-it, and then I want to talk about the carry-all. And I also have, for size comparison, my Graceful here, so we'll talk about the carry-all. Then we can talk a little bit about, like which one should you buy, right? So if you're interested in one over the other, which one might you be more interested in, or might you not be interested in any of them at all? Or maybe you're like me and you might want both. All right, so talking a little bit about the carry-it, and I'll go back and forth. I'll go back and forth talking about the carry-it versus the carry-all. Not to be confused, again, this is the Graceful, but I'm using my Graceful as the size comparison to the carry-all because I think there's two sides. There's more and more information coming out about that bag, but I think there's a size that's going to be this size. Like this is the Graceful MM, which is pretty large. I'll put the dimensions in. It also comes with a luggage tag. The carry-all has a luggage tag it's going to come with, but it's got a D-ring, which I think is pretty cute. The carry-all has a closure that's not magnetic. It looks like it's actually got a closure button to it. And then it also looks like it has these strings that look like the petite noe or like a noe that you can tie. It has this top hobo handle, nice and flat. And then instead of rings on the carry-all, they're giving us like a buckle detail. A lot of fascetta is going to be on this bag. It's going to have feet. I love feet. So I think the carry-all has a lot to be desired. It's going to have an interior zip pocket, much like the Graceful. The only difference between the carry-all and the Graceful is it looks like it's going to actually come with an internal patch pocket. There's a lot of problems to the carry-all. And the reason why I feel that way is because it's not very often that I feel, and many others maybe feel, that Louis Vuitton releases something that looks like classic Louis Vuitton. I'm not going to say it's going to be a classic, but when you look at the monogram Graceful, when you look at like a Delightful, when you look at the carry-it, it looks like classic Louis Vuitton. In fact, the carry-it reminds me of the sac plat, just with longer straps and maybe a slimmer profile. But that's the reason why I like the carry-it. So let's talk a little bit about the carry-it, because you might be trying to figure out, do I want the carry-all? Do I want the carry-it? Do I want both? Why would I want either? Well, it really is going to depend on what you're going to use these bags for. The carry-it, as you can see, has a super slim profile. And I use this bag as my laptop bag, but it fits a ton. I will insert the video. This pouch is phenomenal. It's the same size as the Neverfull. It's going to hold a little pocket inside. I think it holds a lot. I don't usually use this a lot unless I'm using it in my carry-it because I have a million other SLGs. At least it feels like a lot to me, but maybe it's not to other people. But what I was going to say is, now what's the biggest difference you're going to see with these? Like if you put them together, oh my gosh, this is like several times wider than the carry-it. So it's really just going to depend on your needs. What do you think is the major consideration I'm going to point out now regarding the carry-all? When you look at these bags, the major consideration is going to be the fascetta. There's a ton of fascetta on the carry-all, like a serious ton amount, if you know what I'm saying, a serious ton amount. That would probably be the one deterrent for me when I look at that new bag. This is not a lot of fascetta, okay? These little straps and that's it, that's not a lot. This is not a lot of fascetta. One little strap that I covered up, basically, a tag that I can put inside, and then this little front patch. I think we should probably not be so concerned because if I understand correctly, I believe the fascetta is aged. The fascetta on the carry-it is not. And I had to tan it myself so that when it rained, you couldn't see the water spots. Before I took this bag out, I tanned the vachetta myself. I tanned it. And when I don't use it, I regularly tan it or I fill it up in order to make sure that I get my oils on my vachetta because I want it to tan evenly. So I'm always paying attention to that because I do like an even tan look, but I'm not overly obsessed about it. Carryall has vachetta everywhere, like literally everywhere, and including on the little patch pocket. Now, I love vachetta. I love the look. I think it's absolutely beautiful. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I actually think getting older, I'd be able to maintain and take care of it a lot better than when I was younger, because I feel like when I was younger, even though I was trying my best to take care of the bags, it was hard. It was hard because I was always using the same bag, because when you're younger, at least when I was younger, I only had maybe like one bag at a time, 1 or 2 bags at a time. So I was constantly using it. But now I can switch it up a little bit. And I think like when I was constantly using it, maybe I was starting to see a little bit more tanning on the vachetta than I wanted. So I don't see as much tanning on my vachetta now. So that's just something to think about and consider is that gonna bother you, the tanning of the vachetta? Is it going to be a nuisance to you if you have to keep the care of it up all over consistently? Because if you're like me, I like a consistent look. So I want to maintain it. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here and share a little bit about my thoughts about the Carryall versus the Carry It, in case anybody was interested, in case anybody was curious, and you're trying to figure out which one should you choose. Just know they have different purposes. They serve different purposes for me. And as a result, that's the reason why I ended up having one of each, like having both of them. But what I would say is it would be really difficult for me to buy the Carryall when I have the Graceful. If I want the Carryall, I probably would need to sell the Graceful, but maybe not. And the reason why I probably wouldn't need to is because the Graceful has a pivot interior, so that's the pop of color that I am getting from this. And like I said, the Carryall is just a very different flavor. It's got all kinds of vachetta everywhere. If I really wanted to have that impact, that look, that vibe, I probably would get it. It's got feet. It's a different bag. It's going to come with all the functionality that you want and need. It's going to come with a luggage tag. It's going to give you some extra features. Now, all we need to know, right? What's the one thing we still don't know yet? What's the price? How much is this going to cost? We need to know. So I'm really looking forward to the Carryall. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I understand it's coming July 1st, I believe. It's coming in July. And I'm very excited to see it. So let's pay attention. Let's stay tuned to what's on the horizon. And if you're with me till the end, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. Hope you like and subscribe by now. And until the next time. Hope you go over to Instagram and follow me over there. I'm doing my best to post pictures and reels over there. I'm not that great at it, but go ahead and offer me some love and encouragement. All right, if you're with me to the end, thanks so much for tuning in, and until the next time. Hi, this is Kanisha. Thank you for being part of my KBotLV community. I want to take a moment to thank all of my subscribers for joining my community. It's been 1 year that I've been on YouTube. I look forward to continuing this journey with all of you. In celebration of my 1-year anniversary, and to thank you all for your support, I am doing 2 giveaways. I have 2 of these coffee books. I actually have 3, but I'm giving away 2 of them. If you're interested in a Louis Vuitton coffee book, let me know. Reach out, like this message. I will be choosing randomly from my subscribers to give this book away. And I will figure out how to reach out to all of you. Thank you so much for being part of my KBotLV community. Until the next video.